What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sasha Doesn't Know How to Count show, episode 11,000. So I debated trying to film Top 5 Wednesday, even though it's Friday. But then I was like, who cares? Like, the topic wasn't that interesting this Wednesday. I just lost track of time. I worked on Wednesday and went go-kart racing and to the arcade also, which is my own fault. And then Thursday was also my fault because I was just being a lazy potato person. So, I never sit up straight in my videos. I'm gonna be one of those people who gets like a hump on their back. Speaking of forgetting things, fun story about earlier today. This just happened. So, I had a doctor's appointment, but I didn't remember that I had a doctor's appointment. So, I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the doctor at 1:30. And I already knew it was past 12. So I'm having a crisis in the shower, trying to go as fast as I can, and just thinking, okay, I'm gonna be late, they're gonna charge me $5 million, and I might as well resign myself to a life of debt or just pack my bags now and be homeless. But I got out of the shower, I still had 15 minutes. So, of course, none of my clothes were clean. So I put on this stupid sweater, which it's 89 degrees outside. And when I got out there, I'm in my sweater, and it's so hot that it's hard to move. So I'm just pouring sweat, and I get in my car, and I am driving 100 miles per hour. No, I'm just kidding. I went the speed limit while crying hysterically inside, and I got there, and of course it started to rain right as I parked, so I'm speed walking through the rain to get to the building, and I'm in the elevator going up. I'm waiting to get arrested by the punctuality police, and I get there and nobody cared. So this is my June wrap up. I only read 3 books this month. And one of them I DNF'd. The first book was the first volume of the Black Panther comics, 2014 edition. I know Ta-Nehisi Coates was involved in it, which is why I was originally attracted to it. But I did not, even just the first couple pages, I did not gel with this story. I think the fact that I was reading it on my phone had something to do with it. But also, it was so dark, grimdark, like DC movie dark. And coming off of the Black Panther movie, where even though there's political factions and dissent in Wakanda, but it's vibrant and lovely, and he's just getting to be king. And then going to this comic where there's sex slavery and people are killing each other. I'm there's enough comics out there with that kind of crap in it, and I don't want to read that. I'm so sick of having to watch these comic movies where everyone dies, everyone's sad, everything is dark, and it's so boring. I'm so bored of it. I didn't even go see Avengers Infinity War. It was I know someone's gonna die. And spoilers, I guess. I mean, everybody got spoiled for this, but basically everyone dies. So, that was a good call on my part. So yeah, I DNF'd that. And I might try to read it again, but probably not. The next book I read this month was Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This book, it took me a while to digest and come to my opinion on it. At first I was not totally satisfied with it as a book, but I watched other people's reviews, and even though we agreed on some points, like the pacing was too fast, they pointed out a lot of really, really interesting things about this book. Rachel Marie pointed out how the magic system in this book and the handling of the magic is kind of like a tie-in to our society in America right now with gun control and that whole debate, and if magic is really your birthright, or should you even really use it because it gives you a dangerous advantage. And I thought that was really interesting. And also, Read with Cindy pointed out Tomi Adeyemi shows colorism in the book. Like, the nobles are light-skinned, and the maggots, or the magi, are dark-skinned, and how that is also a problem in today's world in many countries, in many cultures. So that gave me a better understanding of the book and just made me, appreciate it more. I still hate Zane, and I still hate the romance. So, but I'm still picking up the second book. I'm awaiting it. So, please come soon. The last book I read was I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu, which, if you saw my review, which I'll link somewhere, you would know that I loved it a lot, or I liked it a lot. Don't know if I would say I loved it. It was really cute, and it reminded me of how much I love K-dramas. But I mean, it was a YA contemporary, so it's you know, not like a. And I don't. It's not that I don't like YA contemporaries. It's just YA contemporary romance is so formulaic, and I get really bored with it. Like, it wasn't deep and involved in the story. It was sort of like something you read on a plane because you're bored, or you don't want to be bored. Whatever. But it was good. I liked it a lot. I'm glad I read it, and I'm excited to read Maureen Gu's next book. So that's all of the books I read this month. I totally thought that I read more this month, but I didn't, which is really strange. Maybe I've been getting really involved in this YouTube thing, so I haven't been reading as much. But my July TBR is coming next, and that's going to be a lot longer because I have a lot of books I want to read in July. And look forward to that. So thanks for watching. Comment what you read in the month of June, what you liked and what you didn't like, if you DNF'd anything. And be kind to yourself and stay cool.